from a couple students, they asked me to clarify late policies, and late policies differ from each perspective, each professor, each school, and some professors will be very harsh. You know, something's late by a minute. Like they literally go in and say it was in at 12:01 a.m. in the morning, and that's fine. That's their policy, and there's not, it's technically correct. That's what it is. And some schools will say, well, that one day's 10%, or you don't have to accept it at all. Every school has a different perspective. Every professor has a different policy. Now, if something needs to be on time, maybe they're teaching you the importance of turning things in on time. Having said that, my perspective is there's enough professors doing that. I want to make sure that when I wake up and I start grading, the assignment's there. So do I care if you turn it in at 12:01 a.m. or 8 a.m.? No, not really. I could care less. But that's me, okay? And but don't go to another professor and say, well, Dr. Pete does this, or Bob or Lisa does that. No one cares. It's two different classes, and you have to have that perspective. So what really throws me too is when a student will sit there and say, "Well, I want to turn something in late, and let me explain why." Well, there are studies that show if you say, "Let me cut in line," people will not likely want you to do that. But if you say, "Let me cut in line because," and fill in a reason, there are high percents of acceptance for that. If you were just to say the word because, people will tend to let you do something. But if you actually give an excuse, it goes even higher percent wise. So that's a legitimate approach to trying to get more time to something. But then I have what they call the space alien policy. You can tell me space aliens abducted you. That's fine. I'll agree with you. I'll listen to you. We can talk about the X-Files, whatever you want to talk about. But I don't really care that they abducted you, and I really don't want to know what they did to you. I just want to know what time do you need, when are you going to turn the work in, and can I help you with anything? In other words, you need support, you need writing, APA, research. What can I do to help you get that report in? It's not that I don't care. It's just I have so many students that I really want you to understand my importance isn't that you had aliens abducted you. It's just, are you going to get the work in so I can grade it? And that's what an employer is going to look at. Can you get your work done, even if you're sick or something's happening or there's whatever issue, fill it in. When are we going to get the work done? Because they have jobs to do as well. So that's the lessons I like to teach. Having said that, I always jokingly say it's okay not to kill off more grandparents in America. I think I had one student that lost 6 grandparents. Okay, my point being is that death does happen. We all have compassion for that, and as much as I understand we've all been through it. You have to take your time, talk to your academic advisor, talk to your professor, and work that out. But at some point, you got to get the work in, or if it's that devastating, and it could be, no one's saying it's not, then go to the school and say, look, I have to take a break. It's that hard. I had a student lose a child, and that's just what it is. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I have compassion for that. That's a big deal. That's a life-changing event. I don't know. I don't even know if I could teach, and I don't know how long it would take me to get over it. So I can understand that. That's legitimate. But if you're going to sit there and call, I got a computer go down, my internet, I didn't pay my bill, I didn't, I'm filling 1,000 other excuses. Just put it under the space alien category. Just call up. I've had one student one time say, I want to say a space alien abducted me. I watched your video. And I said, good, now we're over that. He says, I understand what you're saying. This is what I need. I need this. I need 2 more days. I need support this way, and I really appreciate it. And we just got past all the time wasting comments. And it was just really interesting. So my point being is, yes, that is my official policy. I've told multiple deans and program directors this. Um, but if you do have a good abduction story, I'd like to hear it. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool. I do watch the X-Files. At least I'm trying to get through them. There's like 200 some episodes. And I am a former federal agent, so I kind of wish that the X-Files existed so I could have done that work. And I'm just joking about all that. But if you do have a good story, it wouldn't be hard to hear. I mean, it would be kind of interesting. We'd break up things, make it a little bit different. So best of luck out there. Just again, bottom line lesson, just reach out to the professor or your academic advisor, work it out. Don't spend more time in the excuse. Just say, look, I just need help, and this is why. you know, and just get over it and move on. That's the bottom line lesson there. So I appreciate it, and if you need any help, as always, drop me a line, and best of luck.